we go. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Friday Eve, Grand Rising. This is Crystal Taylor, the owner of Fitness is Not a Game. And if you are watching a replay, do me a favor, because most of you, a lot of you have been watching a replay. Type replay in the comments so that I know that you came back. If you are here with me bright and early, well, can't say bright because it's gloomy here. But if you're here with me right now, say hey, let me know. Good morning. I see the people coming in. Marexa, Rosalind, Katrina, good morning, y'all. And I got my girl, Big Bertha, with me again today. I figured Big Bertha just gonna have to ride out with me for the rest of the challenge. I hang with her all day, every day. Good morning, Lenice, or Lenice, I believe it's Lenice. Yeah, so Big Bertha's here with me this morning. She's excited for the for today's discussion. So man, there's a lot going on. First of all, how are we on day 4 already? How? I am and I'm not happy about this, man. Like, for real. Like, I've been enjoying y'all. The energy in here is crazy. Between y'all showing up every morning for this discussion. Oh my gosh. From y'all doing your homework and posting it in the groups. I am loving it, y'all. We are going to change our family's medical history. Yes, we are. Good morning, y'all. Yes, Rosin said drink. Yes, Katrina said she got up at 4:45 and got in a workout. You better get it, Katrina. That's what I'm talking about. Adila's here from Jersey. Lenice in the shot. The sun came out. You know what, Lenice? I'm in the south suburbs, and I'm waiting on that sun to come out. It stopped raining. It's just cloudy and gloomy right now, but I'm waiting on my Buddha sun to show up. Yes, good morning, Jules. Yes, Katrina, coming in here. The week has flown by. Like, it's Thursday. It's Friday Eve already, like, for real. Hey, Sheila and Erica's from Toronto. We international in this piece, y'all. Yes, Ramona says she made it. That's right. Hey, Helena. Y'all, this is, I don't know what I'm going to do without y'all next week. I've been having the cool thing about it. What's up? I see Syracuse, Hampton, Cali, y'all are popping in here. What makes it so exciting and so just so energizing and just all of that is that we have, like, on the list, close to 1,000. We almost made our 1,000, y'all. Up in here in the Facebook group, we had 300 plus, and these are, it's exciting to see this many folks who say, you know what, I'm about to make a change. You know what I'm saying? With my family, our family's medical history is going to change with me. So for that reason alone, I go to bed late thinking about what to bring to y'all today, and I get up early thinking about what to bring to y'all, because if you want it, I'm going to give it to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. So I'm just excited, and I'm trying to come back and catch everybody. I see Vicky and Lisa and Dawn and Belinda and Miss Deb, Dorethia. Freddie said he's so excited he makes me sick. We got George up in here. Good morning, y'all. I don't know if it's Marcia or Marcia, but my mom's name was Marcia. So whenever I wanted to mess with her, I would call her Marcia. Either way. Oh, you down in Hollywood, Florida. My cousin used to live in Hollywood. All right. Hey, Deb in the UK, it's 3:05 p.m. Yes. And she said she's just showing her presence, going to show up. I appreciate you for that. Yes. Ramona says it starts with me. Yes. Yeah, look here. Y'all are all of that. So, okay. A couple things I want to point out. A few things, actually. So, y'all are so the bomb. Do y'all know y'all done crashed my site twice this week? I'm like, what is going on? People are inboxing me like, your site is down. My site has not been down in years. And I think the last time it went down was because it was some weird plug-in issue. But y'all have been showing up short out getting on the site. I'm assuming watching the replays. I don't know what y'all doing, but y'all keep shutting my site down. So, Freddie got on with them this morning. Hopefully it's fixed. We won't have that issue anymore. But I'm like, man, so I wanted to make sure y'all knew the site was back up, because there were a few things that are still available. One, and Rosalind, I appreciate you. My energy, I pull my energy from y'all too. So yes. So a few things. Even though we're on day 4, it's still not too late for your people to get in on this challenge. So if you know anybody who still needs it, make sure that you send them the link to register for the training, so that way they can get access to the replays. They can come in a group and they can catch some of the stuff. Again, the replays will be coming down after the challenge ends. But of course, if you want access to all of those, plus the resource guide, plus the virtual playing cards, they and you can still get the challenge pack. So they still have access to that. So something else I realized I didn't put in the emails, and I'm going to put in the email today, because I posted it in the group, and it came back up last night, because it made me realize that people didn't see it, because I don't think I tagged this at the top, and people have been coming in and posting this. Y'all know how it is. People post, move stuff down, and I love how much you all have been posting. So what I did was, and sorry team, I didn't have this one lined up for you, but there have been people asking about workouts, and there's like workout videos and stuff. So I do have a YouTube page, but I also have a video library on my site with hundreds of videos. So there are demo videos, there's circuit videos, there's full-length videos, there's copies of the fun videos, the workouts I was doing. Just all, like, you can never get through all of those videos, but they're broken into different categories. So if you want to work on your legs, your arms, your sexy legs, tank top ready arms, if you're back in the gym, like it's honestly too many videos, and I'm constantly uploading. But for you all, just because y'all my fam, y'all rock with me, y'all roll with you, and you're coming in here and you're asking for it. So what I did was I created a coupon code, a discount code, just for y'all. Half off of the video library. It's typically $20 a month. Y'all get a 10, and the code is 5day. The number 5, the number, and the word day. So let me, I'll post that in the email tonight, and the recap email for you all, and it's also in the group. So what I'll do is I'll tag it in the group, and I'll move it to the top so y'all can see it, but also put it in the email, because I my bad, y'all. I didn't realize so many people wanted it. So I got you. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Yeah, Mallory said, yay. Yeah, so love. This is the thing. And I was going back and forth, like, okay, I'm not going to shut the group down when the challenge is over. We're going to stay in here. We are going to continue to motivate each other. Like I said, the videos will come down still. Yes, 5 days, Rosalind. 5 days. And the link to the video access is fitness is not a game /total-access. But you can get it for the homepage. But like I said, I'll tag you all. I'll pin the announcement at the top. Sorry I didn't have it ready this morning, because the whole site stuff just happened this morning. We were like in this I was like, what the heck is going on? Like, people texting me screenshots of my site, like, your site is down. Like, no. So I was like, okay, let me make sure I came on here to let y'all know that that is there for y'all, and it's back up. What else did I have? Like I said, this homework, when I say y'all are killing it, I love all of it. And y'all some fancy creatives. That's the thing. Y'all see, I had mine written on a little bitty post-it note and just regular block script. And y'all up there putting stuff in clouds and in bubble baths and written in like artsy stuff where you gotta look for it. I'm like, what? They are clowning. I love it. I love it. Please keep it up. And I'll tell you this. Do not think that because we get homework every day that you have to only do that homework for the day. Get caught up on it. Go back and look at your nutrition label and do your homework on that. Write your note to yourself that you are going to trust this journey. What was the other homework? The other homework, oh, talk about how you can modify one of your favorite snacks that may not be the healthiest. Thank you so much, Fred. Good job, team. Go back, make sure, because this is the thing. This is not just a day by day thing. These are tips and strategies I want you to always implement. So if you say, wait a minute, oh, I haven't done that yet. Oh, but this is what we're doing today. No, I want you to go back and do all of it. Yes. Theodora says she on her second bottle of water this morning. Yes, Ramona, look here. Ramona said this group really helps me on my journey. This is a collective affair. There's no way I would shut down the amount of energy and support that's in this group because 5 days is over. No, this is not a 5-day thing. This is a lifestyle, and we rolling with it. So that's what I said. I'll still be up in here, dropping gems and tips and acting silly and goofy gifts and gifs, whatever you want to call them. So yeah, we'll be in there. Love, I'm with you. There's a great energy up in here. The synergy is wonderful. Yes. Sandra has a question. Sandra says, good morning. I have a question. I have bad knees, so walking some days can be an issue. Oh, yeah, no cartilage in between the bones in my knees, and I have a broken hip. What exercise can I do? Sandra, first of all, blessings to you, because that sounds so painful, and I'm so sorry. That cartilage, and I've had issues with my knees, and that wasn't even the issue. So I'm sorry you're going through that. I would definitely recommend that you talk to your doctor or get a referral to a therapist, because they'll be able to assess it better. On first thought, it would be like water exercises to take that stress off of your joints at all. Because whenever I had any knee issues, they always put me in the water. And y'all don't sleep on water aerobics. But with everything that's going on right now, unless you got that at your own house, I don't even know pools are open. So, but yeah, Sandra, I would definitely recommend finding a therapist or a doctor who can refer you to a therapist or however. But yeah, I wouldn't want to tell you which exercise to do, because that's sort of out of my scope, because you're not my patient. I don't know your full history, but I would definitely tell you to check into at least some water. I don't think that could hurt. I like water aerobics. Water aerobics is good for the arms too. Yes. So Christopher says, sweet. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. I'm just catching up on everything before we get started. Let's see. Oh yeah, and what else I want y'all to do? If you have people that you've already invited to the challenge, they're in the group, tag them. Tell them to get their butts up in here. Like, where you at? Like, we 15 minutes in and you still not here yet. You tripping. I invited you for a reason. You need this. I need this. We need this. And you're not in here. All right. Love said I had a scoop of cottage cheese with kiwi on top and pretended it was ice cream for my late night snack. Go ahead, love. You know what? I have never been a cottage cheese fan. No. I used to put it in my lasagna back in the day, but then I grew up to ricotta. I cannot do cottage cheese. Mallory, thank you. You know what? It's funny because I'm definitely a morning person, and used to drive my friends crazy in the Army. Like, it'd be 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, but my thing is this. I don't believe in doing anything if I'm not going to enjoy it, period. Like, for real, nothing. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to find a way to have fun, and I'm going to be excited about it. It is what it is. I used to get smoked all the time in the Army, not because I was a horrible soldier. I was a bomb soldier, first squad leader, doggone expert shooter, all that good stuff. But just to make it fun, I would mess with my drill sergeants. I've kidnapped my drill sergeants' kids. I would ask stupid questions just because I thought it was fun. We used to, like, play tricks on our drill sergeants at bed check, whatever. It was fun. I just like having fun. I'm not going to do anything without enjoying what I do. So I'm glad you got it. Yes. Katrina said y'all done brought up all the tank tops on the website. Those tank tops are funny. That's right. Bridget said, when you drink, I drink, we drink. That's right. I put my hands up on my hip. Y'all remember that horrible song, right? Belinda, you better tell them this is the beginning of the rest of our lives. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Christopher said he got up at 4, did a 30-minute cardio, chest, and tricep workout. So I tell y'all this. When I say I'm up late, my brain is wandering. I get up early. It's been long days, so I'm tired. And I really have not been having, like, I'm like, oh, I just don't feel like exercise. But I've been getting it. Like, I called today's and yesterday's my lazy full body cardio. So what I did was I alternated jumping rope, because jumping rope, don't get twisted. Jumping rope is the best full body cardio workout there is. You're working your upper body, your core, your legs, all of that. So if you do not have a rope, then I advise you get one. So what I've been doing was I've been just because I didn't have a lot of energy, but I wanted to do something. So I would jump for 5 minutes, and then I would hike on my treadmill for 5 minutes, and I would alternate it back and forth. And so you know what, it sounds like we about to get into this. Y'all ready to get into this work? Type work in the comments if y'all ready to get into it, because we already going in here. Oh yeah, so yeah, Jacqueline mentioned chair exercises. You know what, let me write myself a note, because something I do have, where's my to-do list? Something I do have on the site that I actually just recorded during the beginning of this whole shelter in place that we were supposed to be in. I did create a low impact workout that was, because, so this was the things, I believe in listening to the universe. Let me write this down before I finish telling this story. I believe in listening to the universe. And probably within 2 days, I had people just coming at me left and right asking if I had any workouts for the elderly. And typically that's not my avatar, my target market. You know, usually I'm working with women between the ages of 35, 55, you know. But a lot of people were concerned about their parents and grandparents who were in homes or stuck at home now, who could not get out, get their walks in, their exercise. So they're like, I just want them to still be active. So what I did was I created a low impact workout series. You know, I just, threw up my camera in my living room, just because I was like, man, I didn't even think about that. But when I hear stuff keeps coming at me, and I thought about it, like, man, I couldn't imagine, you know, my parents or my grandparents now can't get out and do their daily walks and all of that stuff. So I set out to say, I do have some low impact videos that are up on YouTube, and I wrote myself a note. I will post those in the group, and I'll also include those links in the recap email today. All right, so yeah, thank you for reminding me about that, Jacqueline. All right, yes, water rub is rocked. Let's see, Theodora, you are welcome. Wow, no chips and replace the with fruit. Great, but I'll tell you, Theodora, do not feel the need to restrict yourself. Just say, you know what, maybe 1 night a week or 2 nights a week, because tomorrow's Friday, and I told y'all what happens in this house on Fridays. There will be pizza, there will be wings. It just happens. Don't restrict yourself, but I'm proud of you for making changes and adapting. Say, you know what, instead of me eating this every night, I'm going to eat some fruit instead, but I'm still going to have my chips, because you ain't throwing them out, which is good. Don't ever feel the need to throw anything out. Don't do that, y'all. Don't do that. All right? Let's see. Man, P says she made those sweet potato brownies last night, and they are so bomb, man. I'm telling y'all, those brownies. I ain't gonna lie, when I made sweet potatoes the other day, I didn't make all of them. I kept 1 or 2. Never know when you go get in the mood to make the brownies. It's a shame. I see the sweet potato, all I think about is the brownies. It's oh my gosh, it's so good. It's so good. All right. Let's see, so true. A lot of people have bad knees. Yeah, for real. My knees were jacked up. Helena Army. Oh, that's my branch. 63 Whiskey, all-wheel mechanic. Yes. But when I went to Germany, I got to work on some tanks, which was dope. If you've never driven a tank or ridden in a tank, you missed out. They're real tight, but it's dope. It's really, really dope. All right, drink, drink, drink. Yes, everybody go get your water bottles. Just brought one. I see my works in the comments. Yes, P said don't sleep on the ropes. Work, 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 work. Yes, boy, I tell y'all are. I love that it's hard for me to keep up with the comments. Goodness. Yes, Jennifer, you right. Pizza and wings for me on Fridays. And you know what? I'm going to take a picture tomorrow and show y'all, because I don't think people believe me when I say I eat the stuff. Now, like I said, I get one piece of pizza, and I probably get like 3 little buffalo wings. That's it. And I'm cool with that. You know, I probably eat a piece of pizza, maybe some wings on Saturday. But it is what it is. It is what it is. All right. Now, let's get into this discussion. Before we get into it, let me know what you prefer in the comments. Do you prefer cardio or do you prefer strength training? You hear a lot of people say weightlifting, this and that, but I prefer to say strength training for a reason. So, but let me know in the comments while I'm explaining the difference, why I say strength training as opposed to weightlifting. Alina, that's dope. That's dope. Yes. Yeah, Katrina, that's it. 1 slice and 3 little baby wings. That's all I need. I don't do a lot of bread and stuff, and that works for me. It just works for me. All right. So let's talk. Okay. So I call it strength training because you don't have to use weights. That is such a myth. People think that they have to have all these weight sets, these big bulky weights, this and that. Strength training can be your own body weight. It should be on your own body weight. We've talked about this before, how being able to lift your own body is nothing, if nothing else, it's a survival skill. And we're talking about this revolution, and we know that with the way things are nowadays, like I have a text thread with my sister and 2 of my friends. Typically, we're sharing ignorant memes and funny internet stories, but then we also talk about the real deal, the politics and all that stuff, current events. And there is a real fear that there is going to be a race war coming up, right? We have to be able to protect ourselves. We have to be able to take care of ourselves. Yes, there's the whole discussion about having your own weapons and all that. But again, like I said, when it comes down to it, oh, you're going to have to catch me. Because either I'm going to run faster or I'm going to run longer than you. And I'm going to be able to pull myself over some gates if I need to and climb over some cars or whatever it is. It's about being fit. So when I say strength training, don't think that it's about weights. A lot of my workouts, so when I was talking about the video library, especially when I was doing those fun 30-minute workouts, none of it included weights. It's all body weight. It's all body weight. You should be able to use your own body. Like they say, beat yourself up. That's what you should be able to do, right? So let me see. So I see, ooh, y'all going for it. Yes. I see cardio, both, strength training, depends on the day, weight, strength. Theodora says she eats pizza too. She only eats the top, and that's hilarious. Strength, cardio, both, but lean towards more cardio. I've always been interested in strength training. Yes, took a pin in that. Let's see, cardio combinations, great. Cardio kickstarts my motivation. Strength training is incorporated throughout. Yes. Cardio, if it's dancing, I know that's right. Let's see. Strength training as I get older. Been told that I have no muscles I need to hold in myself as I age. Yes, let's go to that. Prefer strength. Yes. I love all of that. Now let me give you some feedback on how I got to it. And I want to know, like, y'all are the bomb. Yes. I want to know if, as I go through my story, let me know if you could relate. All right? So, I was one of those where I did a lot of, like, cardio. And then especially, like, in the 90s when step aerobics was big. Don't y'all judge me. But I would love me some step aerobics. I would love hip hop aerobics, all that stuff. Everything was aerobics. I would see the classes, and I would see the class where they were doing weights, and I would walk past the weight room, and I would just turn my head because I didn't think the weight room was for me. I was afraid of the weight room. If you've ever, not saying if you are now, but if you've ever felt that fear of the weight room or lifting weights, let me know in the comments. Yes. Eric says cardio work on the bike, but strength training is great too. Debbie, actually both to get blood pumping and flowing and shifting blocks, just walking, dancing, hit. Yes. And she's rated as strength training in there. I love it. Got something for you then. All right. So I was afraid. Yes, peace. I was afraid of the weight room. I thought that I didn't belong. I'm not an athlete. I'm a woman. They're going to laugh at me. They're going to judge me. I'm going to look stupid. They all look so comfortable in there. I have to look at the graphics just to figure out what it's supposed to be working. I need to, it was so stressful and so intimidating that I just said, you know what? I'm not going to do it. I'm just not going to do it. Like, it's not. And so Lisa thought it would bulk me up, right? Yeah, I would see the female athletes on campus, and I'm like, man, their bodies are beautiful, because I would see the shape, right? I would see it, and I'm like, oh, but they must lift a whole bunch of weights all day, every day, and they never looked. None of the females, I didn't think any of the females looked manly, which was cool. But then I used to also watch bodybuilding competitions on TV as a kid. And I think about, I guess I was always into this stuff. And you look at those women, and it's scary, like, if I pick up weights, this is going to happen to me? No, thank you. I'm not going to do it. Nah, fam. So I stayed away from it, right? So I was doing a lot of the cardio stuff, but I'll tell you, right, man, Don, studying them graphics, baby, I would be sitting there and I'd be reading like, okay, they say to pull down this way, and they got the muscles highlighted with the primary, the secondary, the snap, blah, blah. But you know what? Speaking of that, whenever these gyms open back up, I want you to do a doggone test. I noticed it one day. Those doggone machines are sexist. Almost all of those machines have graphics of men, except like the leg machines that they consider the lady machines. The adductor, like the squeeze and pull open leg thing, that's women. It's like one or two of them where it's women graphics. Other than that, it's all men. I'm like, look here. And that's another, I told y'all yesterday, I don't believe in anybody being able to guess my next step. You will not put me in a box. You think I can't? Let me watch me while I show you what I can do. So to see all those women on the girly machines as they are claiming them to be, and then to see nothing but men on the others, man, that's another reason why I like to get in there. Yeah, let me get in. Y'all know I get upset about that. Let's see. Yeah, Eve says she stopped going to the gym for that and she regrets it. Yes, P said I got an anxiety attack from walking in the gym. I was fortunate. Jennifer says fortunate to find weight classes. Yeah, there we go. So, when I was in the Army, I still remember the day I realized I had a little muscle. I was actually in AIT up in Maryland. AIT is Advanced Individual Training for my mechanics, being a mechanic. And one day I came out of the shower and I had on my sports bra. I was getting dressed, and I looked and I saw I had some traps. And I was like, that looks nice. It did look manly. It looked nice. And I was like, wow, what have we been doing? Because the Army didn't have no weights. We weren't lifting weights. We lifting our body. We climbing crap. We doing push-ups, and we pulling stuff. We're building stuff. And so I was like, wow, okay. And then I remember one day stretching at PT, doing the hamstring stretch, and I saw I had a quad popping out. Like, okay. And like they say, once you start seeing results, it becomes an addiction. And what I realized was the difference, because prior to that, I would, I couldn't run. My shins were all jacked up. I never ran, but I would just do little stuff. Like I said, dancing, little cardio activities, right? But what I realized is, like, for all of you, I'll start by saying this. There has to be a balance on what we do. So when I say cardio versus weights, there's no yes or no. I will tell you this, there are more benefits to weightlifting than there are to cardio. But I won't ever say just do strength training and you're fine. Never that. You need cardio. But this is my thing. There is such thing as being skinny fat. And I honestly, it sounds so bad. The first time I remember ever saying that phrase was in high school. And I'll tell you why. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Big Bertha called me. Hold on. Right, a dealer, lifting all types of all types of stuff. All right. So, when I was in high school, sure the boys liked me. Yeah, had a shape, but I always felt like I was bigger, fat, whatever. I don't know. You know, everybody has their own images of their body. And there was this one girl who was smaller than me, and I remember thinking, I just want to be smaller like that. Like, I always wanted to be petite. I was like, I just want to be petite. I didn't feel like I was petite. And so I saw her, and I would see her, I'm like, man, she's so much smaller than me. And then one day she had on shorts, and I saw that she had no muscle mass at all, none. Like when she walked, her whole leg like moved, and this is in high school, right? And I was like, like she's skinny, but she is made of, and so skinny fat, let me tell you what I mean by that. Skinny fat means you're skinny by so-called traditional standards, right? You're what, size 6, 8 and less or whatever, I don't know. However, your BMI, like real talk, your fat to muscle composition is off. You're fat, you have more fat than muscle. So that's what I mean by that, right? So it's not a shot, a knock or anything like that. It just happens. And a lot of that happens from cardio. We're not building that muscle. So this is always what I say, but let's talk about, let me ask you, yes, Jennifer, toning is vital. For my folks who said that they like cardio, that they chose cardio, they prefer cardio, why? Why? And for those who choose strength training, tell me why. I want to know why you choose them. Because this is my philosophy. I know a lot of people tend to, a lot of people overall, excuse me, good, Ramona, I'm glad you get it. A lot of people overall lean towards cardio just because it burns so many calories right then and there, right? So whether you're on the machine or whether you check your watch, it tells you that you burn 5,000 calories in 20 minutes. So who cannot be excited about that, right? Like, oh, if I can burn that much, because for anybody who does not know, a pound is just 3,500 calories. So at any time when you eat 3,500 calories more than what you've burned, and vice versa, you burn 3,500 calories more than you've eaten, you're either going to gain or lose that pound, right? So when you are doing all that cardio and you're burning all these calories and losing all that weight, you get excited, especially if your goal is to reach a certain number on the scale, right? But this is the thing. Cardio will get you the weight that you want, but weights will get you the shape that you want. Do not think that Serena Williams got those legs, that rump, those arms from cardio. Do not think that Michelle Obama got those legs, that rump, and those arms from cardio. That comes from building the muscle. Now, the cardio is fantastic because, of course, it's working that heart, pumping that heart, and it's helping to burn and shrink those fat cells so that those, so that they're not taking up as much space. Now, let's be clear. You cannot get rid of fat. The fat cell is what it is. It's there. It's just a matter of if it's this big or if it's this big. That's your decision based on how you eat and how active you are. You decide how you want that fat cell to look. Which one, right? And so when I talk about the scale, 5 pounds is 5 pounds. People are like, well, 5 pounds of fat weighs more than 5 pounds of muscle. That makes no sense. 5 pounds is 5 pounds. The difference is 5 pounds of fat looks like this and takes up this much space. 5 pounds of muscle looks like this and takes up this much space. So that's why you can be exercising, you are toning, you're strengthening those muscles, you're building those muscles, you're burning the fat, and your body is reshaping itself, and you're liking it, and you love it. And then you get on the scale, and that scale says the same thing. You're like, what? I thought I was killing it. That's why you've been shrinking those fat cells, right? And you're building the muscle that's pulling that shape out. And it's still the same amount of weight, but it's distributed differently. Let me know if that makes sense. Oh, these comments. What did I say, y'all? Y'all got these comments going. Let's see. Strength training makes you feel strong. We talked about that yesterday. I got that walk, baby. When I walk, you know I'm confident because I feel strong. Yes, and like they say, somebody said yesterday, strong is the new sexy. Yes, strength to build muscles. Cardio so the heart can feel a good pumping. Love that feeling from those endorphins. Prefer weight training because I see the results next day. Body talks to me. I feel good. More, please. Yes. Marexa says, I've always been fit and muscular, and I know the value of it as I age. Yes. Choose strength training because I grew up with 5 brothers. I had to learn to protect myself, plus my younger siblings. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. Let's see. Like to be toned, balanced, and strong at 65. It was easy to start with me to help get fitter. Strength training was difficult. Yes. Okay. We're going to get there. Yep. Yes. Cardio gets you the weight that you want, but weights will get you the shape that you want. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. So I'll take the muscle for $200. I know that's right, Roz. Yes. So this is the thing. It took me a while to understand that, right? Like somebody said, you start lifting weights and you start seeing the shape and the change and the tone. It's like, whoa, wait a minute. I like that. That's nice. So there was a transition for me though. It didn't happen immediately. And then on top of it, like I'm the baby of 6. My sister was the athlete. I was not. I was the cheerleader, the pom-pom girl, all that stuff. I wanted to be an athlete, but I was afraid of it, right? That doggone insecurity will mess your head up, right? Yeah, so, Marexa, well, I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't mean to bounce off. I just saw Marexa's comment. She said, that's why I don't tell people my weight because I look normal and lean, but I'm muscular. So that number. Look here. This is for all of you. Do not be ashamed of who or what you are. And first of all, ain't nobody doggone business how much you weigh. All right? Tell them you weigh 195. That's what you tell them. 195. That's how much I weigh, dang it. None of your doggone business. But honestly, if I were you, I would be happy to tell them how much I weigh. Yeah, I don't look like I weigh, but I do. And that, to me, that is a lesson, and that is a reminder to people to stop putting these preconceived notions on numbers. Like, for real. A lot of people don't look how much. I'd never like to guess people's weight. People are like, how much you think I weigh? I don't know. I don't like to guess it because I know it's different. I know it's different for everybody. I have a girlfriend. She's real good at that. She loves guessing people's weights. That healthy even likes to pick people up and guess. But she's typically good. She's usually within like a 5-pound range, 5 to 10 pounds range. So shout out to her. But no, I don't mess with that. I don't. But don't tell folks, don't worry about your business. That's your business. All right. And you tell them. But I'll tell you, for any of you who are like that, tell them, yeah, I don't look like that because I am more muscle than fat. Yes, sir. Brag on it. Ask another question. Because that's the thing. A lot of people, they'll look at you, right? And they compare, and they ask because in their head they're comparing, and they think that you should weigh this much compared to how much they weigh. And then when you drop that number on them, they like, whoa, wait a minute. Yeah. So worry about yourself. That's what you tell them. For real. Exactly, Jennifer. What is normal? There is no normal. It's what's best for your body. My thing is just stay fit. Just stay fit. Period. Right. I feel you, Marexa. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. All right. So let me get back to, oh yeah, I was talking about my transition to getting into the weights. So I remember I decided to work out with my sister one day because, and even that was intimidating because she was a former athlete. She was accustomed to lifting weights. She was stronger than me in the upper body. That's the other thing. There's a lot of comparison. Boy, if you compare yourself to other folks at the gym, type it in the comments. Let me know if you have done that. Let me know if you've done that. All right? So I'm at the gym with my sister, and she's lifting these weights, and I'm like, whoa, I cannot lift what she's lifting. I suck. I shouldn't even try. Just go home. But then I realized, that like certain things, other things, I was stronger than her as. Like I've always had a strong core, have a decent core. But I wasn't, even with that, I shouldn't have been comparing. I shouldn't have been like, oh, I can do more sit-ups, or I can hold, I can do this more ab workout. It's a mess. So I was doing that, and so I stayed away. So one day, I just made the decision. I said, you know what, Crystal? You're going to figure this out. And you're not going to be scared. You're not going to be embarrassed. These folks are there to get their workouts in too. So what I did was, and honestly, it was a transition for me. I took myself to the machine room. I wasn't ready for free weights yet. I was really scared of free weights. But I said, at least if I can go sit on a machine and I can read the instructions and I could just try those out, right? And I just did my, 10 reps, a few sets or whatever. And then finally one day, oh my gosh, I was nervous as that thing, and said, you know what? I have the right to do what I need to do for my body. Even if they judge me, even if they watch me, even if they laugh at me, even if they look silly, if they think I look silly, so what? I'm learning and I'm doing what's best for me, because one day I'm going to learn it. One day I'm going to get stronger, right? And shame on them if they see me doing something wrong and they don't try to help me, right? So I finally took myself into the weight room and I just tried it. And I'll tell you, it's so interesting. For the longest, I would be the only female in the weight room. And that did cause, I did get some attention from there. Like, they looking like, who is this chick up in here? But when you go in like you own it, and I'm sorry, I'm going to say it because it's us. But when you act like an average white male and do what you want to do, you benefit from it. So I finally just said, hey, I got the right to be up in here just like y'all. And the cool thing that happened was that I eventually started building friendships with these guys. I started encouraging other females to come in there. So it became a little family, just like what we're building in here now, right? All it takes is for you to find your tribe, and find those people who are willing to bring you in and support you and help you. It took a little while. I was in there by myself a lot. But after a while, it became that. But just know that you can do it. I'll tell you this. If you are not comparing, you are going to succeed. If you tell yourself, you know what, I'm going to do what I can do that helps me keep good form, and it challenges me, then I'm going to do that. Because I'll tell you, I've had days where I thought I was killing it in the gym, right? Then another chick come in, and she using like twice the weight I got with no problem. I'm like, dang, like I thought I was getting it. I'm obviously not getting it, but I'm getting it for me. That's still what I need right now. I'm not going to say, oh, she can lift those 50s, I'm going to lift those 50s. No, fam. because I'm going to hurt myself, my form is going to be bad, and I'm not going to get a good workout. So I even had to tell myself, stay away from that doggone competition, because it can be challenging. It can be brutal. It can be brutal. It can be brutal. Checking these comments. I'm a protein builder. My muscles truly contribute to my weight. Yes, Belinda. We are all unique. Yeah. So Diane says, so truly the black people are denser than white. I found people who weigh what I weigh are bigger than me. Yes, our bodies are our body composition is very different. Absolutely. Good morning, Jacqueline. Eve says, set up my home gym, but don't use it enough. My family uses more than I do. Eve, use that as an opportunity to spend some family time. And encourage them to teach you and to train you. Be open, be coachable. And if your children are in there, children like to teach their parents. They like that tells them that we trust them and respect them enough to learn from them. It's not that whole, you're a child, you learn from me, I can't learn from you thing. So if your children are the ones working on gym, you come in and you tell them. Now I tell them, like, look kid, show mama what to do. Don't try to kill mama now, but show mama what to do. And they like that. They take pride in that. So yes. Mama says I have to the gym, but I get exercise in other ways. Ramona, you know what? Ramona keeps catching when I pull out Big Bertha. So Ramona is our winner for the day. Today, Ramona, you know what I'm giving you? Y'all give it up for Ramona, because everybody has been on these cards. Ramona, I hope you have not bought your own deck yet. If you have, then you have an extra set of, so we can talk about an exchange. But Ramona is getting a copy, getting her own deck of the Fitness is Not a Game playing cards. Y'all give it up for Ramona. Ramona has been on it. Every time I pull Big Bertha out, she is on it. I love it. Ramona even got Jennifer feeling bad. Jennifer said, I'm about to refill my water now. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, congratulations. Go ahead, Ramona. Ramona, please be sure to inbox me or send me an email to ktaylor@fitnessisnotagame.com, and I need your mailing address. I need your mailing address so I can ship it out. Yes. Helena says, confidence is the process, is a must. Yes, love, you have found your tribe, baby. We are here. Said, I'm an average white male. That's how I identify and move through the world. I'm telling you, it works. It works. You can imagine what we look like if we were all the same size. Yes. I always say, it would be, you know how boring this world would be if everybody was the same? We looked the same. We dressed the same. We ate the same. We sounded the same. We spoke the same. We knew the same. Like, blah, 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 blah. That's boring. Everybody is different. Everybody is different. Yes. Yes, Jasmine, I love it. Y'all are going for it. That's right, Eve. I use my white privilege. I walked up in that weight room and I say, you know what, I got the right. And I don't have no problem keeping my bench if I need to. I grab the weights I need to. Yes. They do it. Everybody, why not? Let's see. Nona says, love boxing. Yes. Yes, Marissa said, I love to watch the guys judge me, walk in, and try to give me advice. You know what? That's so funny. It's so, and this is no shaming on men, but fellas, I want y'all to listen and take heed on how sometimes your good intentions can come off not so good. Because I had the same thing with that. And even, so I told you I was a mechanic in the Army. Did the reserve. So when I was just at home, I stopped paying for oil changes. I know how to do an oil change. I know how quick and I know how easy it is. So for real, y'all, they price gouge on oil changes. Like, it does not take that long. It does not take that much money, none of that. Anywho, so I would take my car up to, because I had access to all of the military bases, so I would go up to the local Air Force base, to their motor pool, and I would work on my car. And because it's just an oil change, like literally, if I'm hanging out with my girlfriend, we about to go riding around, it's the summertime, we're in our cute little summer clothes, I would say, girl, let's run up to the Air Force base so I can change my oil real quick. Right? So here I am, in some shorts and some gym shoes or whatever. and I'm changing my oil, and the guys would always come over like, hey, you need any help? And I'm like, do you need help? Are you asking him if he needs help? Don't do me. Don't come over here. Like I said, they ask you that at first, then they keep watching work and they realize like, oh, because that will happen in the gym initially too. At first, people are like, hey, you need this, blah blah blah. But then after a while, they're like, hey, Chris, I saw you do this. How, show me how to do that again, or what muscle are you working with that? Oh, that looks cool. Or your form is great. Thank you, sir. But yeah, it's funny how in the beginning they think we all need to look. We all look damsels. We're not all damsels. Damn it. Sorry, I had to say it. Apologize if I offended anybody, but it was too easy. It was flawed. Right, Helena competed. Our only competition is in the mirror, y'all. That's it. That's all. Let's see. Oh, that's funny. Marina says she ain't working out with her son no more. Yes. I see all the congratulations, Ramona's. Yes. I am here for it. Yes, let's see. We help one another, blah, blah, blah. Yes, I'll tell you, y'all comments, it's so hard to keep up with y'all, but I am here for it. I am here for it. I'm here for it. I am here for it. All right. So, right. Not the damsel. Not the damsel. That's one thing I'm not. We're not. But this is the thing. Roberta called me again. The bottom line to all of this is that there has to be a balance. And the reason why I want to talk so much about this, can we talk, y'all? Is because I know that for women, the emphasis is on cardio due to the amount of calories it burns, right? And then also that fear of lifting weights, whether it's fear of looking silly or fear of bulking up. Listen up, ladies. Weights will not make you bulk up. Our bodies are not made for that. Unless you have a higher level of testosterone. That is what makes the men bulk up when they lift. We don't have a lot of testosterone. It's going to shape our body and make it sexy. That's what it's going to do. But there are some women, there are some women, Love says she out of water. That's what I'm talking about. There are some women who have higher levels of testosterone. So when they lift, they can get a little bulkier and a little more solid, even without, because I'll tell you, a lot of those women, and I'm not going to say all, but those women that you may see who seem to bulk up when they lift, a lot of them are on some type of supplements. It's not natural. Naturally, we don't do that. We just don't. So don't be afraid of that. That's why I want to make sure we talk about it. But cardio is good too. Don't feel as if you need only weight training. But this is the thing. This is what I want y'all. If you are not a strength training person, I want you to consider it. Cardio will burn those calories during your workouts, right? And that's great. You see it, you love it, you like, oh, this is dope. But when you build those muscles, you burn more calories throughout the day. It continues. Muscle burns more fat, period. It builds that lean muscle mass, and you get that stuff from strength training, period. So I say, if you want, you actually burn more calories, burn more fat by having more muscle. Like I posted it, I think I put it in one of my emails to my list a while ago. I put it in the email. I know I put this in one of the emails that you all should have gotten. For anybody who registered way before the challenge started, I was sending out emails before we even started, right? And do you remember the night that I told y'all your homework was to go to sleep? Homework is go to sleep. So in there I talked about how the average person burns 0.42 calories per pound per hour that they are asleep, right? So let me see. Boy, y'all be having me doing math and stuff. I'm trying to get to my calculator. Anyhow, I don't want to do all that, but let's just say that I need to do it because I'm a visual person, right? So let's just say I told y'all I was what? I think at the time when I wrote it out, when I did it, I was 145 pounds, right? So if because I told you I gained a lot of weight. I mean, I lost a lot of weight. Woo. All right, so goodness, how am I doing this math? Either way, I believe when I track, because I don't use those tracker watches, but I have one that somebody just given to me. And based on my height and my weight at the time, I think I was supposed to burn like 475 calories from sleeping that night for like that 77 hours or something like that. I ended up burning 552 calories because I have more muscle than fat. So it's just like when you see the long-term benefit of having muscle as opposed to having fat, how can you not do the strength training? Like I said, I know it can be nerve-wracking. I know it can be intimidating. I know it can be scary. But it can also be amazingly wonderful and rewarding and fulfilling. All right, I'm looking at these comments. Let's see. It's funny how y'all talking about y'all running out of water. I tell y'all, that's why I've been bringing Big Bertha, because I actually have another bottle over here too, because I'm like, as long as we're on here talking and having a good time, I do not want to run out of water. That's one thing that drives me crazy. And Don, yes, you pulled up the old school songs. I want my soul. Dun, dun, dun. Hey, they see my song. You gonna make me make that my theme song tomorrow when I come on up in here, because they used to be my jam back in the day. Who was that? Was that Olivia Newton-John? Who was that? I can't remember, but they used to be the jam. Catching these comments, just in the comments. Blah, 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 blah. All right, cool. So I see I've been hitting off. So what other questions y'all have for me before we get up out of here? Again, I wrote it down. Ramona, congratulations on winning your cards. I want you all to make sure that you have that balance. Do not skip either one. Don't. I told you, for me, for my workouts, when I blend, I do cardio first. You always, no, this is the thing. You always have to warm up. You always have to warm up. You have to, I don't have a rubber band. Oh, I do. All right. Might be a good or a bad example. Let's talk about what the need to warm up. So inside of the resource guide that's in the challenge pack on page 15, 15. The question is answered on which one you should do first, whether you should do cardio or strength training first. And I let you know based on what your goals are, which one you should do, right? But that does not include the warm up. Please understand that. The warm up is always needed. And let me tell you why you have to warm up and you have to stretch prior to exercising. If you just go into your workout with cold muscles, imagine that your muscles are this rubber band. If you go into a workout with cold muscles, it's just like this rubber band being in the refrigerator or the freezer, right? And then when you try to stretch it after it's been in the refrigerator or the freezer, it pops because it's not warm and it's not ready. However, when you have a rubber band, and it's been in my house, so it's room temperature, but even when you warm it back up, right, makes it nice and soft and pliable, and then it makes it stretch further and is more ready to work. That's the same thing with your muscles. So that's why you have to warm up and you have to stretch so that they are ready to absorb the work that you're going to put on them. Please, 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 please do not do any workout, no exercise, whether it is playing tennis, whether it's going for a run, whether it's lifting weights. Don't get into your full workout without warming up and stretching first. All right. I'll tell you this. Yeah. Let's see. Let me check all these. Was that Diana Ross? There it was, Diana Ross. Jeanette, you right. You are right. Yes, you are right, Jeanette. That was. I just remember the smoke, and I couldn't remember who it was. All right. Patricia said, I warm up for sure. Stretch also morning as I wake up at night before bed. Good. Drink, and keep on drinking. Right, Ramona. Person who weighs 185 might burn. There we go. Good job. Thank you, Eve. Eve looked it up. Says, well, person who weighs 185 might burn between 392 to 504 calories during a full night's sleep. I just looked it up. So mind you, like I said, I told you I'm like 140 something, and I burned 552. So that's based on, that's what it says. So what you look at is the average person with average BMI, maybe a little bit, a little overweight, will have a little more fat, but the more muscle you have, the more you burn. So thank you. Helena says, even taking a walk warm up. Yeah, walk is a warm up. Oh, you're saying when you taking a walk, do you warm up? No, I will say this. I'm talking about when you're about to do a rigorous exercise. When you are about to like really challenge your body, walks are cool. Walks are real dope. And even what I'll do on my walk, sometimes I might walk for like 5 or 10 minutes. Then I'll still stretch just because sometimes, you could tell when your legs need it. But because it is a walk is just very low impact, I wouldn't worry about it for that. Nope. Let's see. Water first thing in the morning, last thing every night. I drink water. So Wendy said, well, what about yoga? Yoga, people underestimate how serious yoga is. Typically with yoga, it's warming up and stretching at the same time. So it's sort of like included. It's not like they say, hey, let's do some jumping jacks, stretching, and get into this yoga. Yoga is a different thing, sort of like Pilates too, where it's all blended in together. So you're good with that, especially if you're following a yoga tape or a good yoga tape or class, then you should be good. Let's see. Yeah, so Marissa said I walk to warm up for my run. Yep. Helena says up to 7,400 steps on a Fitbit. Good. Yes. All right. So y'all, quick catches before we. I love Pilates too. Man. I remember the first time I saw a Pilates class, I thought that they were just laying on the floor. I was like, that does not look challenging. And I said, you know what? I'm going to try it. Baby, the same sequence every day was kicking my butt. I was like, what the heck? But it does help lean out your muscles. But it's hard to find Pilates now, like a good Pilates class or anything like that. So, before we get up out of here, few things to remind you of. One, tomorrow is the last day. I can't believe it. Oh my goodness, I don't like it. But remember that get caught up on your homework. We're going to congratulate Ramona again. We are going to let our friends know they still have time to join. The doggone site is back up. I'll make sure I send out the link for you all to take advantage of that 50% off for the video library. Let's see. Oh, you still get your challenge pack. Let's see. All right. Now your homework. This is what I want you to do tonight. Because I was going back and forth. Like, how do I want them to end this day? Let's see. Let me check these comments real quick. Because I see they're going again. Yes. All right. I loved it. Debbie says that she climbed down Mount Snowdon last year and it worked every muscle. Yes. So what I want you all to do, right, Fred, tomorrow's the last day. Wendy, the 12-week book is physical. It's not digital yet. I'll tell you this. I started working with somebody to make it digital, and it just didn't work out too well. It was not a great relationship. But it is physical right now. But sorry about that. Sorry about that, Wendy. Yeah, Ramona's the MVP. Oh, thank you, Fred. Fred dropping the challenge pack. So what I want you to do, it's an easy homework. Even if you are typically a cardio person, or if you're typically a strength training person, what I want you to do is, for your homework, I want you to and look in. Don't y'all go against the grain. I just want you to post in the Facebook group. Create a post what your favorite / most effective cardio exercise is, and strength training exercise. And the reason why we're doing this is because the more people who post, the more ideas you can grab from other people. Okay, so if you're saying, hey, I love to ride my bike for cardio, because I think somebody mentioned Eric or Christopher, I think it was one of the fellas, said that they like to ride their bike for cardio. And then let's talk about something that you do for strength training. So whether it is push-ups, let's just say, remember, it's not about lifting weights. So even if it is lifting weights, you can put that too. If you say, because I love the chest fly, I started loving that. A lot of women overlook working the chest. I like to work the chest. So like if you list that you like to do squats, if you like to do push-ups, if you like to do whatever, we're going to do 1 and 1. So I want you to post one cardio activity that you like and one strength training activity that you like, so people can start compiling ideas. We good on that? Yeah? There we go. I love it. I love it. I love it. Wendy, yes, it's going to be digital soon. That is on my list. I say for the end of the year, by the end of the year, but it will be probably out by this quarter. Absolutely. So, all right, y'all. So, I appreciate you. You know what? Bertha called me one more time. Oh, my goodness. Bertha's a bully. But I love her because water is what? Water is bae. That's what I say. Y'all think I'm playing when I said I have two. And you see, I didn't name her. But she's halfway done too. That's why people are like, how much water do you drink? I don't know. I'm constantly refilling and drinking out of multiple bottles. Great question, Don. Yes, they do. Don asked, do resistance bands count as strength training? Absolutely they do. Absolutely they do. Anything that you're doing, because that's the thing. Weights are nothing but resistance. Push-up is nothing but resistance. A squat is nothing but resistance. So that's why resistance bands are so dope, because they're adding to the resistance that your natural body weight will have without you having to get bulky weights. Excuse me. I tell you, boy, every time I drink water, it gets me. But yes, that was a great question, Don. All right. So yes, so I see you all putting your stuff up in here, your favorites in here. Make sure you go to the group, post your favorites in there so everybody can see it. We're going to make sure everybody knows drinking this water, because water is bae. We can't do anything without our water. We cannot. So, yeah. All right. That's what I say. Y'all post over here. Yeah, run to the group. I'm going to let y'all. So, y'all so excited now. I'm going to let y'all go right now. Copy and paste if you need to, and put it into a post up on the page so everybody can see it. I want you all to have a fantastic day. Have a marvelous Thursday / Friday Eve. The sun is finally out, so I want you all to have a good one. Enjoy yourselves, and I will be sure to send out these links in the email this evening, and I'll see you tomorrow morning for our last day together. Have a good one, y'all.